What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you get an opportunity on the way out, drop a comment. It's really going to help us here on the channel. It's going to help us grow, and in turn more people could find LUNC. And that's one of the biggest goals from my perspective going into 2025, is trying to secure a new user base and retain them. What you're going to see from that is a trickle down effect, and you're going to get absolutely everything that you desire from that one singular ambition and goal of securing a new user base. You're going to see them stake. You're going to see them probably get involved with an L2. Maybe they'll trade memes. Maybe they'll trade NFTs. Maybe they'll get involved in some kind of gaming project. Maybe they're someone who likes casinos. You know, the options are there for people at this point. And as one of these trickle down effects, you're going to see a lot of burning. And we're starting to see a bit of a pickup with burning at the moment. And I'll show you guys on the LUNCDash Finder what I'm talking about later on in the video. But if you're wondering how a lot of people are able to keep on top of all of the burn statistics, they're more than likely using some kind of metric system. And what we offer over at LUNCDash is the ability to just join the Telegram group and get burn updates on the fly. And burning is such a huge aspect of our ecosystem, and it's something that a lot of people simply deny. They don't embrace it. They don't take the positive news when it's there, and it's simply just, well, it's not enough. Oh, what, only this much? Whereas when I look at these things, I simply see the dollar value of what has been burned. And what we've actually got is a multi-billion-dollar company who is committed to burning millions of dollars each and every month on the same exact date. So there is a substantial amount of support for our blockchain that is simply not found anywhere else. It's rather unique at this point. So just before we go ahead any further, if you wanted any of the links to LUNCDash, I'll leave everything in the description. But if you just use our link tree, you can get all of the links in one easy place, whether you want to use the Apple Store app, the Android app, you want to join the Telegram group, you want to go over to the official X account, you want to use the Wallet D app in the browser, or if you're just looking for burn statistics, metrics, and different tools for you guys to use and utilize, it's there and it's available over on LUNCDash. So it's a very important time of the month. Not only is it the beginning of the year for us, but it's that time when Binance commits to their monthly LUNC burns. But something we should pay attention to right now, and I know this quite well because I track a lot of the different burns that are going on. I pay attention to different wallets. I map a lot of different things out. So what I'm starting to see is a bit of an uptick in general. Now, where I've just started scrolling from is today. All of these burns have come in since midnight, even though a lot of them are very small. What this is telling me is there's a lot more transactions that are happening on chain. There's a lot more things going on. And as an overall trickle down effect, those transactions, you guessed it, create a lot of burns. And this is what we want to see. We want to see the finder system showing that over the course of today, and we're only at 10:24 a.m., there is a substantial amount of burning going on. And we've got what I would deem as a lot of micro burning. And what we're actually able to do with this positive uptick in burn momentum is begin to correlate it with other positives in our ecosystem. And you're always going to hear things first inside the ecosystem before you start to see external resources going out, like articles, videos from different influencers. Now, we spoke about this positive trend line that's been forming, that we're in this channel. The last time we were in a channel like this, it failed. We came down to an all-time low. That channel didn't last long. The momentum simply didn't stay. The incline was far steeper. And what we're actually seeing now is a very strong area of bullish momentum where we're beginning to form a predictable pattern. And with that predictability comes the ability for traders and whales alike to actually come in and profiteer off of the ecosystem. And although that sounds like a bit of a negative because they would come in, they would come out, there's always a high chance that you're going to retain some of the user base. The user might not get 100% out. They might keep some in stake. They might want to see where this thing goes. Now, like I said, with that positive momentum, you begin to correlate it with other things in the ecosystem. We start to see these different articles that speak about LUNC price reaching a point where it's probably going to soar. And I really do think we're overdue some kind of big move. It's been a while. We've been forming this trend line for a significant amount of time. And again, we're starting to see the external resources going out. I speak about this all of the time. You report on it internally, and it's how the external resources pick up on it. If you just simply put out an upgrade, which is labeled a simple upgrade, well, they're going to report on it as a simple upgrade. There is power in what we do inside the ecosystem. If we can market this thing right and we can show everybody else what we're seeing, well, hey, the whole thing becomes predictable. And again, with that predictability comes the ability for any whale trader, etc., to come in and make money off the ecosystem. This is such a strong point, just as strong as maintaining a positive mindset when it comes to the amount Binance are committing to burn every single month. Currently, they hold just over 2.1 trillion LUNC coins. This is actually valued at around 228 million United States dollars. This is a significant amount of LUNC. Let's not even get into the amount of USTC they hold, as we can see that below. The important point here is they've burned. And they've continued to burn throughout the course of 2024. Despite the ups, despite the downs, we've catered to them so well that they have remained in our ecosystem and they continue to support us through monthly LUNC burns. This is such a huge positive. I really can't stress this enough. And so many people look at it negatively. They look at it as if it's not enough. It's not going to do anything. Oh, it's such a small amount in comparison to the supply. If everybody could remove that negative mindset when it comes to the burning, you could all be positive about it like we are here on the channel. Well, other people would follow your mindset. Other people would go, well, hey, these guys think it's positive. It must be positive. And the overall truth of the situation is you're not lying. It is positive. What multi-billion-dollar company or corporation out there in your day-to-day lives, like your banks, whatever, do any of these massive entities commit to burning millions of dollars, regardless of what tax write-offs they get, regardless of all of the ins and outs and what benefits they might get? They've still got to torch a serious amount of money each and every month. Do you have $5 million to burn every month? Of course you don't. You know, no one in their right mind does these things, but Binance does. And it doesn't do it for any other chain or coin aside BNB, and those are done in quarterly burns. So it's not monthly. Again, they're not out there praising this thing. They're not out there going, well, we burned all of these coins, come buy on our exchange, come do everything on our exchange. They don't even use or utilize this for positive momentum. They don't abuse it. They just continue to burn. After the CEO handed over, the burns continued. These positives are going to be things that we need to cling on to in 2025 because, again, they've continued to do it throughout the course of 2024. What we have seen is 1.72 billion LUNC coins torched. This is a substantial amount. I haven't got the time to really, because I'm traveling, go in and see if this is one of the biggest burns that they've ever committed to, but I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comment section. Again, this is a huge positive, and what you guys need to do is go out and enforce that positive. Be the positivity that you want to see when it comes down to burning. Does this mean I think you should go out and smile about everything on chain? Of course not. We need to call out the BS. We need to call out the fake people. We need to call out the leeches. We need to ensure that people know exactly what happened on a historical basis. They need to know who conned a chain for $40,000 through a USTC repeg. They need to know that a wallet infrastructure was paid for by this chain, around $120,000 to Hexagon, and further payments for upkeep and maintenance of that wallet. These are all of the different things that I believe you should go out and kind of pursue in what people would deem as a negative way, but really you're just going out and you're educating people on the historical factors that surround our chain. But burning, from my perspective, is something we can all agree on, regardless of where you stand, or if you dislike the person, or you've got a historic account of that person doing something, so you know exactly what they're, It doesn't matter. Wipe it all away. We can all agree that burning is good, that the torching of 1.72 billion LUNC for the first month of 2025 is absolutely huge. Obviously, this is December's burn. We'll get next month's burn next month. You guys know how it goes. But yeah, be positive. I'm very happy about this. It's a good start to the year, and no blockchain out there has had a start as substantial as this. The biggest issue is it's not being deemed as substantial. It is seen as whatever, brush it away, just a monthly Binance burn. We've got to support this thing. We've got to be positive about it. And we must all agree on consensus that this is in fact a good thing. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Let me know how your Happy New Year's went. Let me know if there's anything you want covered on the channel. And aside that, Happy New Year to everybody. I appreciate the support in 2024. I hope you're going to continue supporting us in 2025. And if you're not delegating with us, consider dropping us a little bit of support there. It's going to go a long way, and you're going to see actual people come forward and build things like wallets that they're not going to charge you $120,000 for and then ask you for money to maintain and upkeep it. These are the kind of things you want to support going into 2025, just like we want to support the overall Binance initiative. Guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.